Peyton Road, Atlanta's Berlin Wall. A monumental event in the story surrounding civil rights in Ivan Allen's mayorship. One event that had long-standing implications for Atlanta's citizens. Atlanta, the crown jewel of the South, the Phoenix City, the city too busy to hate. All these were common monikers to call Atlanta by during the 60s. Yet these names don't give an outsider true insight into the racial conflicts that plagued Atlanta. Tensions flared in 1962 when a wall was built between the white and black populations in the Cascade Heights neighborhood of Atlanta. This wall was a physical manifestation of the racially charged sentiments pervading throughout the city and brought light to the de facto segregation of Atlanta. Then one man in the middle of it all, Ivan Allen Jr., the mayor of Atlanta. All eyes were on Allen and his administration during this time. What would they do? Would they remove the wall? Would they tear it down? Surprisingly, when the wall had first been torn down by protesters, the city of Atlanta rebuilt the wall, stronger than it had been before. By doing this, they had implicitly given their overwhelming support to both the white neighborhoods of Atlanta and the segregation as a whole. The world was split in two, one half supporting Allen's decisions, one half condemning him. The wall was being called the Berlin Wall of Atlanta. Yet this disconnect wasn't about capitalism versus communism. Rather, it was a racial divide. It was people whose key difference was the tone of their skin. And standing here today in the location where it once stood, there is no marker to denote the historical significance of this place. In fact, until efforts by our group were made, it wasn't even officially recognized as a location on Google. So the question is, where did the wall go? Why did it disappear from history? So here we are at the site of the Peyton Road Wall. Right now I am in southwest Atlanta. I'm actually on Peyton Road right now, and coming up ahead here is the actual spot where the wall stood. Now it's kind of interesting because as we walk along this road, you'll see that it's a very nice neighborhood actually. There's a park, there's an elementary school down that way, back there. And it's a very typical road. It's there's not really too much that stands out about this place here. There's really no indication that there was ever some sort of significant cultural or historical a landmark or place here, which is kind of shocking. You would assume that for such a place as the Peyton Road Wall, you would assume that there would be a level of historical and cultural significance about it that would demand the location of some sort of historical site or marker. And so coming up here, we're actually approaching the exact geographical location the wall was at. It's actually, see where those two signs are right there? It was about roughly right there, right across from this empty lot on the right. So yeah, here's where the wall originally stood, and it's just kind of interesting that there's no markers, no area of cultural significance. It's just an empty road. It's kind of interesting. The legal basis for the wall was struck down by a federal judge months later, and within minutes of the ruling, Allen sent for a team to tear down the wall. But this brings a few questions to mind. Why not sooner? Why the hesitation? While these questions remain unanswered, Allen went on to have a successful career, both as a leader for civil rights in Atlanta and as a mayor. However, Peyton Road, our homegrown Berlin Wall of race, is a glaring blemish on his career that will not be soon forgotten.